My story begins during the summer in the Bahamas. Me and a few of my friends, we were visiting on summer vacation in one of the outer islands of the Bahamas. Very desolate island, very few houses. There's not a lot of electricity, not a lot of a technological advancement. And we rented this cabin on the beach. And so we got there. The place is beautiful. The weather's nice. The beach is beautiful. The cabin is nice and spacious and has all the amenities that we need. But the only thing that we didn't realize was that it was next door to a graveyard. And so the landlord told us, do not worry. If you hear any sounds at night, it's probably just an animal or somebody just doing some work down in the boatyard, down by the docks. Do not worry. It's safe. There's no need to panic. And so we said, hey, it's fine. This place is beautiful. We don't care. We're just here to have a great time. So we get our keys from the landlord and we settle in and then we go into town. And we venture into town and we go to get some groceries and we're heading back to the cabin. And all of a sudden this guy comes running out of nowhere, running up towards us. He's out of breath. He's like, are you guys staying down by the beach in that cabin? And we were like, yeah, why? Are you okay? Do you need some water to catch your breath? He's like, don't go outside at night. Don't go outside at night. And we were like, why? He said, there are ghosts and they like to fight. There are ghosts and they like to fight. And we were like, okay, well then, thank you for your time and we appreciate the spooky ghost story. And so we continued on our way and we went back to the cabin and we settled in and we cooked a meal and we had some food and we had some drinks and we were playing some music. And then all of a sudden we had this boom, boom, boom. And we thought it was somebody knocking on the door. So a buddy of mine, he goes up to the door and he opens the door and he looks down and he sees a dog standing there, just a random dog. And the dog is just staring at him, looking at him. And we're like, is anybody out there? And he's just staring at the dog and he's like, it's just a dog. And he tries to pet the dog and he's petting the dog and the dog is just stiff. It doesn't move, nothing. And he's like, okay. And he closes the door and he comes back and he tells me, there's a dog by the door. And I'm like, okay, let me go check it out. So I go to the door and I open the door and I look and there's nothing there. There's nobody there. I just see darkness and bush and beach and the graveyard and there's nothing there. There's nobody there. So I go back in and I tell my buddy, are you sure? Have you been? We all just brushed it off and we started, to continue on and having a good time. And then all of a sudden we heard boom, boom, boom again. So I said, you know what? Let me go look. I open the door and I don't see anything. I don't see anyone. And then I say, okay, this is weird. I'm just going to close the door, ignore it. Maybe it's somebody down in the boatyard just banging a hammer, working on a boat. So I close the door. The minute I close the door, I hear a boom, boom, boom. And the thing is, the booming, the knocking is not even coming from the door. And so I open the door again and I look to the right. And in the corner of my eye, I spot this guy, the same guy from the beach. And he's swinging and fighting. And I just see this white thing just surround him. And then all of a sudden he falls to the floor. And that's when I closed the door and I said, you know what? I'm going to pretend like I didn't see that. I'm going to enjoy this vacation.